The first question then, the first few are all 1 mark questions. First one, you can see an image. Identify the class of lever system in use when the performer moves from standing onto her toes in figure 5. So you can see she goes from flat-footed to up onto her toes. So that is clearly showing a calf raise. We know from the tables we looked at before, a calf raise is a second class lever system. So second class lever system is the answer. Give another example of the use of this lever system at the ankle in a sporting situation of your choice. So the best example you could give here, you could say running in general, but that's probably a bit harder to explain. If you say take off in long jump or take off in high jump, I think that's probably the best example you can give, so that would be 1 mark. The lever system being used in figure 5 provides a mechanical advantage. Define the meaning of the term mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is when a large load can be lifted with relatively little effort. That would be 1 mark. Next question, so this is it says number 8 next to it, question number 8. Lever systems are made up of 4 parts. One of these parts is the lever. State the other 3 parts of a lever system. So this is probably the easiest question you could ever get on an exam. 1 mark for fulcrum, 1 mark for load, 1 mark for effort. 3 marks there and then, nice and easy. Third class lever systems work at a mechanical disadvantage. Explain the term mechanical disadvantage. And this is a 2 mark answer. So if you put something along the lines of a mechanical disadvantage is when it takes a large amount of effort to lift a relatively small load, that would be 1 mark. And then if you said why, this is due to the effort arm being short, then that's going to be your 2nd mark. You don't have to have that word for word, but if you put something along those lines, then you're going to get the marks. Which one of the following describes a 2nd class lever system? We've got 4 options there. So 2nd class lever system, how do we know what a 2nd class lever system is? We go back to fly, little elf, F-L-E. So we know the L is a 2nd class lever system. So the load is in the middle. Load is in the middle of the lever. C is the correct answer. Final question, and this is the most difficult one. This is worth 4 marks, this question, 4 marks. Analyse the role of the 1st class lever system in affecting a rower's performance in figure 4. So you could probably look at that and say, oh, what does it mean by analyse? What do I need to say? There's only so much you can say, and if it's a 4 mark answer, you've basically just got to give all of your knowledge on that lever system. That is you analysing that lever system. So for the 1st mark, if you said in the lever system given, or in the 1st class lever system, the fulcrum is in the middle, and then you pointed out where the fulcrum was. The fulcrum is the top of the oar. That's going to be 1 mark. You want to talk about the load, show your knowledge of the load. The load in this lever system is the water. That's going to be another mark. You want to talk about the effort. The effort is coming from the biceps of the rower. That's going to be a 3rd mark. And then the final mark, because it's 4 marks, it's a bit more analysis. We should be recognising that this is a mechanical advantage. So if you then said the lever system shown has a mechanical advantage because a large load, or the water, can be lifted with relatively little effort, then that's going to be your 4th mark. So it's important when you see questions like this, you don't just get overwhelmed and think, oh, I don't know the answer to that, I don't know what the question means. If you're not sure, just try and get as much knowledge down as possible, and you might surprise yourself and actually end up with several marks or 4 marks.